Chosen ones, what I'm about to share with you may surprise you, even shock you. If you're watching this right now, it's no coincidence. God has led you here because something extraordinary is happening in your life. You are shifting from merely wanting to having. The very things you've prayed for, hoped for, and waited for are no longer distant desires. They are already moving into your reality. This isn't just a mindset shift. It's a spiritual and energetic transformation that is far beyond anything you've experienced. As a chosen one, you're about to witness things falling into place at an incredible rate, leaving you in awe. But to fully align with this immense power, you must understand how this works, so you can step into the manifestation of your desires. The old powers, those who once ruled and believed they were untouchable, never thought you'd return in your divine form. But now, as you rise, stronger, more powerful, more than a god, they tremble at your presence. Now, before we dive deeper into this life-changing message, take a moment to hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 20,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11. This number will send a powerful signal to the universe, amplifying the energy of this video. Watch this until the end, because deep within, your spirit already knows this truth is meant for you. And once you embrace it, your life will never be the same. In the annals of history, there are moments that define the course of humanity, moments where the very fabric of existence shudders at the arrival of a force so powerful, so profound, that the world cannot help but tremble. This is one of those moments. You, the chosen one, have returned, not as a mere mortal or even a god, but as something far greater. You are the living embodiment of destiny, a force that was written in the stars long before your birth. The universe itself has conspired to bring you back, not as an angel or a king, but as something beyond their wildest comprehension. The gods of old are mere whispers now, shadows of the power they once wielded. What they feared has come to pass. You, the living force of divine will, have reappeared. It's not a return from the afterlife or some mythical resurrection. It is the fulfillment of a promise made in the heavens, the rekindling of an ancient fire. The power you wield is not just strength, but the pure, unrelenting force of cosmic creation itself. No realm, no force of nature, no kingdom or ruler can challenge what you've become. The laws of the world bend at your will, for you are beyond those who once thought they could control it all. Your return signals the dawn of a new era, where power is no longer held by those who cling to outdated systems. The gods of old, the rulers of past empires, they have all failed to recognize the divine will that courses through your veins. You are the one they have long feared, but never believed would come. They were wrong. The time for their reign has ended. You are here, and nothing can stand in your way. The world moved on, oblivious to the storm that brewed beneath the surface. Those who thought they held the world in their grasp failed to notice the subtle signs of your return. The whispers were there, the rumors, the ancient texts, but they all laughed it off, dismissing your return as a myth, a story passed down through generations to keep hope alive. They never understood that the legend wasn't just a story, it was a prophecy. And now, that prophecy has come to life. For centuries, the world has operated under the illusion of control, but deep down, something stirs. The foundations of their system crack as you, the chosen one, rise to challenge the very core of their existence. Their arrogance was their greatest mistake, believing that you were just a legend, just a tale. As you make your presence known, They are forced to reckon with the reality. You were never just a myth, and your power was never up for debate. You are real, and you are here to claim what is rightfully yours. As you return, the eyes of the world begin to open, and those who thought themselves untouchable begin to fear what they cannot control. The systems they built, the structures they reinforced, and the powers they thought they held tightly, each of these is now in jeopardy. You are the reckoning they never anticipated. You are not a savior or a redeemer, but an unstoppable force that will sweep through everything they built and leave only the remnants of a broken empire behind. To witness your power is to witness the impossible. They thought they understood power. Kings, queens, rulers, and warlords alike believed they controlled the forces that shaped the world. But they were wrong. The power that now courses through you is not something they could ever comprehend. It is the sum of everything they have feared and more. Your power isn't just a weapon, it's a force of nature, a cosmic tide that reshapes the very laws of existence. Their understanding of power is limited, grounded in the physical, the tangible, and the measurable. But what you possess is beyond measurement. It's the energy of the stars, the chaos of creation itself. It is the force that drives the universe forward, the primal pulse that exists at the core of everything. You are not bound by the limitations they cling to. They speak of armies, of technologies, of strategies, but none of these things can even begin to match the scale of your might. The power that lies within you is not a gift. It is a rebirth, a complete transformation of your being. You have transcended human limits. Where others find their strength in armies or weaponry, you find your strength in your very existence. With a single thought, you can shatter mountains. With a glance, you can incite storms. They cannot fathom how such power is even possible. And yet, here you stand, unyielding, unstoppable. You are the storm, the sun, the force that breaks the chains of the past and propels the world toward an uncertain but inevitable future. Fear is a weapon, a tool that has been wielded throughout history by those in power. But now, the tables have turned. The ones who once commanded fear are now the ones cowering beneath it. The rulers, the elites, the ones who thought themselves untouchable. They have never known fear like this. For you, the chosen one, are no longer a distant hope or a mythical figure. You are real, and you are coming for them. The fear they feel is not of death, but of annihilation. They know that their systems, their empires, their very existence cannot withstand the weight of your power. What they once controlled is slipping from their grasp, and in its place is a rising wave of panic. They were the ones who held the world in an iron grip, but now they are the ones who are powerless. The very sight of you, the mere thought of your approach, sends chills down their spines. For so long, they have been the ones who instilled fear in others. Now, they are the ones who tremble. They never believed you would return. And now that you have, they are haunted by the certainty that their time has come to an end. The fear in their hearts is not just personal. It is the collective fear of a world that knows it is being reshaped, and they are helpless to stop it. For centuries, those in power have tried to suppress what you are, what you represent. They have silenced the whispers, burned the books, and buried the truths that speak of you. They have tried to erase your name from history, to keep your legacy hidden in the shadows. But despite their best efforts, you have returned. They thought they could bury you, suppress your power, and erase your existence. They were wrong. Your rise is not just a return, it is a reckoning. a reckoning for all the generations who lived in fear, who were forced to bow before corrupt systems that sought to control their every thought, their every move. You are the force that will dismantle everything they have built. The empires, the dictatorships, the institutions, they are all crumbling beneath your feet, and in their destruction, something new is born. You are the force of change, the force of revolution, the force of everything they tried to keep hidden from the world. You are the voice of the oppressed, the hope of the broken, the storm that sweeps through the lies of the past. They tried to suppress you, but now they will understand that your power is unstoppable. It cannot be contained, and it will not be denied. You are the embodiment of everything they feared, and now you are here to claim what is rightfully yours. The greatest confirmation of your power lies not in your words, not in your actions, but in the trembling of those who once believed themselves untouchable. It is in the way their knees shake when they see you, the way their voices crack when they speak your name. The more they resist, the more they tremble. They were never as strong as they believed. The fear they feel is not just a reaction. It is a reflection of the truth they can no longer escape. You are the true power. Each tremble, each fear-filled glance only strengthens your resolve. The power you wield is undeniable, and the world sees it now. Your every move is watched, analyzed, and feared. The rulers who once laughed at the notion of your return now cower before your presence. They know what they are up against, and it is a force they cannot comprehend, let alone control. This fear is not a sign of weakness on your part. It is a mark of your strength. The fact that they tremble before you proves that your power is unmatched. You have become a force so vast, so overpowering, that it cannot be ignored. They thought they could silence you, suppress you, destroy you, but now they know you are beyond their reach. And the trembling in their hearts is the clearest sign of their inevitable downfall, as the universe itself begins to tremble at your return. Cosmic forces, once distant and disconnected, are now aligning in your favor. The stars above, the very fabric of reality, seem to shift and bend, acknowledging the arrival of something greater than anything this world has ever seen. This is not just fate or coincidence. This is a cosmic design. The celestial bodies, those ancient forces that govern the universe, have always known you would return. Now, they are guiding you toward your destiny. It is as though time itself has paused in reverence, waiting for you to take your rightful place. Your ascent is not a solitary event. It is a symphony of the universe's greatest powers converging in unison. The forces of creation, chaos, and balance are all drawn toward you, as though the cosmos has no choice but to honor your rise. The alignment of planets, the rise of tides, the pull of gravity, everything is bending, shifting, and reshaping to suit the emergence of your power. This is no ordinary rise. You are the manifestation of something far greater than human comprehension, an embodiment of cosmic will. As you stand at the precipice of your true power, you can feel the energy of galaxies swirling around you. The world is but a speck in comparison to the magnitude of what is happening. This is your time, and everything, from the smallest atom to the vastest star, knows it. The cosmos is watching, and it is waiting for you to claim your place among the divine. With each step you take, the earth trembles beneath your feet. The very ground that once held the power of empires now quakes in your presence. What was once solid and unshakable now yields to the force of your will. The world feels your power in its bones, in its foundations, as if nature itself is acknowledging the return of the divine. You are not a mere figure among mortals. You are a manifestation of something far beyond them, and the earth itself responds to you. As you walk, mountains shudder and oceans stir. The winds change course, and the skies darken with the weight of your presence. This is not mere symbolism. This is the true power of a being who is beyond human understanding. Every inch you move through the world sends ripples across the fabric of existence. Those who once ruled are now reduced to mere spectators, watching as the divine reshapes the world they thought they had under control. This divine manifestation is not something they can stop, nor is it something they can understand. To them, it is a living nightmare, a force that cannot be reasoned with, only feared. The old systems, the empires, the governments, none of them can withstand the divine energy that now pours through you. They may try to hold on, but every effort is in vain. The earth itself is shifting, and with it, the old order begins to fall apart. The time of your reign has come, and the world will feel every ounce of its power. Your return is not merely a political or earthly event. It is a cosmic reckoning. The universe, in all its complexity and mystery, has been waiting for this moment. For too long, the forces of power, corruption, and greed have ruled the world, pulling strings from the shadows, unaware that a reckoning was on the horizon. Now the universe is unleashing the very force it has long kept hidden. You. The reckoning is not just about bringing down individual leaders or tearing down empires. It is about rewriting the laws that govern not just this world, but the entire cosmos. You are the embodiment of universal justice, the force that will restore balance to a world that has long been out of sync. The injustices, the lies, and the corruption that have poisoned the hearts of those in power will be exposed, and they will be held accountable. You are the reckoning they never saw coming. As you move forward, the very fabric of reality shifts. The old structures, built on manipulation, deceit, and oppression, crumble before you. Those who thought they were untouchable are now facing their judgment, and they can do nothing but watch as everything they built falls apart. Your return is not just the end of an era. It is the beginning of a new one that will be shaped by your divine will. You are not just a god, not just a divine being. You are something beyond their understanding, beyond the scope of their imagination. The power within you is not a gift, not a force bestowed upon you. It is your essence, your core. It is the raw, unfiltered energy of creation itself, where others may wield power through tools, armies, or alliances. You wield power through your very existence. You are a force of nature, a living embodiment of the universe's primal will. The world has known gods before, and it has seen rulers with incredible power. But none of them have ever possessed what you carry within you. Your power is limitless, untamable, and it flows through you like a river that cannot be dammed. There is no obstacle that can stand in your way, no enemy that can defeat you. You are the storm that no force can weather, the fire that no one can extinguish. Your power does not come from earthly sources. No, it comes from the very stars themselves, from the cosmic forces that govern all. To the rulers who believed they held dominion over the world, your return is a waking nightmare. Their power, their control, their grasp over the world is nothing compared to the raw force you bring. You are the embodiment of cosmic wrath, of divine will, and your power cannot be contained. It is unstoppable, and the world will bend to your will, whether it chooses to or not. The system that once ruled the world, that held the reins of power, is now confronted by something it cannot control. The rulers, the elites, the so-called leaders, they saw themselves as gods. They believed their wealth, their armies, and their manipulation of power could keep them in control forever. But now they see you. They see something greater than themselves, something they cannot bargain with, something they cannot manipulate. And they fear you. The fear that grips them is not just of losing their thrones. No, it is the terror of realizing they were never truly in control. They thought they were gods, but now they know they are merely players in a cosmic game, one where they are about to be overthrown. Your power is a reminder that they were always just mortals, mere mortals pretending to be gods. And now, the world will witness the true face of power, yours. For them, your return is the death knell of their reign. The system, the empire they built on lies, is falling apart. It cannot stand against the divine force you bring. And as you rise, so too does the realization among them. They are nothing in the face of your unstoppable will. The world has seen many rulers, but now it sees God, and it trembles. For those who thought you were gone forever, your return is the greatest shock of all. They believed the stories of your rise to be nothing but myth, the remnants of old legends that had no bearing on their modern world. They were wrong. They never imagined that you, the chosen one, would return to claim what was always meant to be yours. To them, your absence was the end of a story. But now they see the truth. The story was never over. These rulers, these so-called leaders, thought they had won. They believed they could erase the past, rewrite history, and crush any hope of rebellion. They thought you were just a fleeting memory, a forgotten relic of a world long gone. But now they realize the truth. Your absence was just the calm before the storm. Your return marks the beginning of a new chapter, one they never saw coming, and one they cannot stop. The shock of your return is not just in the physical presence you bring, it is in the realization that their power was always built on a fragile foundation. They thought you were defeated, erased, forgotten. They never imagined you would come back with the strength to tear down everything they've built. But now the world sees the truth, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. With each step you take, the empire they built crumbles. What was once solid now falls to dust, as if the very foundations of their rule cannot withstand your presence. They thought they could control everything, but they never counted on the unstoppable force that is you. As you walk, the walls of their empire crack and splinter, unable to hold up against the magnitude of your power. Each step you take is a declaration. It is a declaration of independence, a declaration of change, and a declaration that the old world will no longer stand. You are the hammer that shatters the chains of oppression, the whirlwind that tears down their towering structures of control. And as each part of their empire falls, it becomes clearer to them. Their time is over. They never believed you would return, but now they see that every step you take brings them closer to their downfall. They built their empire on lies and fear, but they never accounted for the force you embody. Every movement you make pushes them further into chaos, and there is no escape. The world is changing, and they are powerless to stop it. Their empire will fall, piece by piece, until nothing is left but the dust of their arrogance. The waiting is over. No longer will you stand in the shadows, watching as the world spins out of control. The time for waiting is over. Your ascent has begun, and nothing will stand in your way. You have waited for this moment, felt it in your soul, and now it is here. Every challenge, every obstacle has only been a preparation for what is to come. And now you rise. The world will no longer turn its back on you. Those who have doubted you, those who have tried to suppress your power, will now see you for what you truly are. The time for hiding is over. The time for waiting is over. The world is yours to reshape, and you will do so with the unrelenting force of your will. Your ascent is not just personal, it is cosmic. It is the rise of a new era, a new world order, one that will be shaped by your hands. The world is watching, and it is witnessing something it has never seen before. The true power of the Chosen One, unleashed and unstoppable. As the old world crumbles around you, you stand at the center of a new beginning. You are not just a leader. You are a force of nature, a catalyst for change, a living embodiment of the future. The old era is fading, and the new era begins with you. There is no force that can stop you. There is no power that can challenge you. You are the unstoppable force that will shape the world for generations to come. The power that runs through you is not just the power of a king or a god. It is the power of the universe itself, the power to create, destroy, and rebuild. And now you will wield that power to forge a new world, one that is not bound by the corruption and decay of the past. You are the force that will wipe the slate clean and build a new order from the ashes of the old. The world will remember your name, not as a legend, but as a living reality. You are the Chosen One. You are the unstoppable force of the new era, and the world has no choice but to follow your lead. For centuries, the world has known only the laws of nature, the systems that bind us, and the rulers who believe they hold dominion over us. But all of that is about to change. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has chosen its champion, not just any mortal, but a being so far beyond human understanding that even the gods themselves tremble at the thought of your return. You are no longer confined by the limitations of the flesh. You are the embodiment of cosmic power. Your existence was foretold in the very fabric of the universe, written in the stars long before the first kingdoms rose. Every breath you take is a reminder of what you are now, something divine, unstoppable, and more ancient than any force that has ever walked the earth. The power you possess flows through you like an eternal river, connecting you to the very core of creation. You are not merely a product of destiny, but the manifestation of it. Your return is not a coincidence. It is the culmination of a divine plan, a moment that was always meant to unfold. In the shadows of history, the old world thought they could silence you. They believed their systems, their structures, and their rulers were untouchable. But they were wrong. The world was never meant to remain as it was, and you are the living testament to that truth. The moment has come for the old order to tremble, for the powers that once held sway to feel the tremors of your inevitable ascent. You are the herald of a new era, an era that will leave the world unrecognizable. For too long, you were bound by invisible chains, chains forged by fear, by doubt, and by the misguided belief that you were limited by your humanity. But that is no longer the case. The power within you has erupted, breaking through the barriers that once constrained you. You are no longer just a person. You are a force, a being of cosmic will that cannot be denied. The old chains of fear and limitation are shattered in the wake of your awakening, leaving only a path forward, one that leads straight to the throne. Your power is not just the result of some accidental twist of fate. It was forged in the fires of your trials, in the deep recesses of your struggle, and in the crucible of time. Every hardship, every obstacle, and every failure was merely preparation for this moment. You were shaped by the universe to be the unstoppable force that you are today. The world has no concept of the depth of your potential. They thought they knew power, but they have never witnessed what true power looks like. Your rise is not just an individual journey. It is a collective reckoning. The world has long been enslaved by its own systems of oppression, by rulers who believed they were gods themselves. They never imagined that a force greater than any king or emperor could emerge from the shadows. But now, as the true ruler of the cosmos, you stand unshaken, ready to tear down the walls that have held humanity back for centuries. The age of oppression is over, and a new dawn is rising, one that is yours to command. The very air quivers with the weight of your presence, and the old powers can feel it. The rulers who once stood tall with their crowns and their armies now cower in the shadow of your unstoppable force. They never imagined that someone like you could exist, someone who could defy their systems, their control, and their godlike authority. But now, they are seeing you for what you truly are, the reckoning they've been avoiding. Your very existence is a challenge to everything they believed was invincible. For centuries, the old world was content in its complacency, thinking that nothing could shake the foundations they built. But what they failed to understand is that you are not bound by their laws. You are beyond their reach. The power you wield is not of this world. It comes from a place far beyond their understanding. They believed they could predict the future, control the narrative, and extinguish any fire before it grew too powerful. But your return has proven them wrong in every way. Every ruler who thought they could keep the world in chains now faces an enemy they cannot fathom. They are watching the birth of true power, and it terrifies them. This is not a power of mere destruction, but a power of transformation. With every step you take, the old systems crumble, and a new order is born. The world they thought they controlled is now slipping through their fingers, and they have no idea how to stop you. The universe is on your side, and nothing can stand in your way. What once was believed to be impossible is now unfolding before their very eyes. Your return marks the unveiling of a truth so undeniable that even the most powerful forces in the world must accept it. You are the divine truth that they cannot escape. No amount of resistance, no army, no power of persuasion can change the fact that you are the ultimate force of nature. You were destined to rise, and now nothing can prevent it. Your very existence is a testament to the will of the cosmos. The world's greatest minds, its rulers, and its prophets tried to predict the future, but none could foresee the rise of a being like you. You are not just a product of fate. You are the living embodiment of divine power. They thought they could suppress it, but your power was always there, quietly waiting for the right moment to manifest. And now the moment has come, and it is undeniable. As you step forward, the world shifts, beneath your feet. What was once considered impossible is now happening. The ancient prophecies were not myths, they were glimpses of the truth. Your return marks the beginning of a new age, one where the divine and the mortal converge. You are a living testament to the extraordinary potential within us all. And as you rise, the world must recognize that you are the divine force they cannot escape. Even the gods themselves stand in awe of you. For eons, they have ruled the heavens and the earth, maintaining control over the cosmic balance. But they were never prepared for someone like you, someone who transcends even their mighty grasp. Your power is beyond their understanding, and it challenges everything they've ever known. You are not merely another god, you are a force of nature, a living embodiment of creation and destruction. Where they once believed themselves to be the highest form of power, you have shattered that illusion. The gods watch in awe and fear as you rise, for they understand what it means for someone of your power to walk the earth. You are not just challenging their authority, you are revealing the limits of their reign. What was once thought to be eternal and unbreakable is now coming to an end. The gods may have controlled the fates of mortals for millennia, but they are powerless against the force you now embody. You are the divine reckoning, and nothing can stand in your way, not even those who once held dominion over the cosmos. With every step you take, the heavens tremble, and the earth bows before your undeniable presence. You are the ultimate power, the true ruler of all that is. The rulers of the old world now face their reckoning. Their reign, built on oppression, fear, and manipulation, has come to an end. You, the chosen one, are the harbinger of a new era, one that is defined not by cruelty and control, but by justice, power, and the will to transform the world for the better. Their time has passed, and the world is about to be reshaped by your divine hand. The systems they created to control the masses, to keep the people in fear, are crumbling. The old structures of power are fragile in the face of your will. You are the embodiment of the change they feared. With every word you speak, with every decision you make, the foundation of their rule erodes. They no longer hold the power to dictate the world's fate. You are the one who will reshape the future, who will restore balance and lead humanity to its true potential. The crown you wear is not a symbol of tyranny or oppression. It is a symbol of divine authority and transformation. You are not here to simply replace one set of rulers with another. You are here to overturn the very systems that have enslaved humanity for centuries.